I'm Geoff Manchester from iZotope, and today I'm going to show you how to get rid of some noisy byproducts of a vocal performance like plosives, sharp breath sounds, even click track bleed that bleeds from the headphones into a vocal mic. So I want to show you the new DeBleed module here. So a little microphone next to it, and it's really important that I have two things. I need the source of the bleed, and I need the track with the bleed on it. So in this case, we need an active track and a source track. The active track is this. I'll just play it for you so you can sort of hear.
The sunrise sheds light on anticipant eyes. We sway to the rhythm, our gaze toward the skies.
What I'll do is call up the DeBleed module. And again, I want to make sure that I have my active track here on the right, the one with the bleed on it that I just played. And I want to make sure that I have my click track source, which is just the clicking. So if I play this for you in the second tab, so there's that. So I want to make sure that in the drop-down menu for the bleed source track, I've selected the click track source. So there it is right there. And now what I'll do is press learn, and this is going to basically analyze the relationship between the active track and the click track source. So now we can see we have the bleed track here and the active track here. So we're all good to go. There we go. And now let's have a listen back to our newly attenuated vocal production track with the bleed on it. Let's see if we can still hear it.
The sunrise sheds light on anticipant eyes. The sunrise sheds light on anticipant eyes.
Now let's move on to another thing that I'm hearing, which is a really sharp intake of air. It's happening right around here. Let's see if you can hear it.
Anticipant eyes.
Brand new to RX6 and standard is the breath control module. Really handy. And one thing that I can do is click this box and select output breaths only. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to make sure that this module is only hearing the breath and not other important tonal information. I'll highlight this region again and press preview to make sure that only the breath is being sucked up and eventually attenuated by the module. And one of the great things about the module is that we have target and gain. Now, target sets a relative level for the breath to be attenuated. So it's looking at all the other information around the vocal. How loud is the vocal? People sort of expect breaths, they're sort of integral to the performance of the song. If we cut them out altogether, it might be kind of unnatural. So we want to maintain the integrity of the performance, and we can do that with the target option. So I'm going to uncheck this box and press process. As we see, big reduction in gain here. So
anticipant eyes. We sway on anticipant eyes. We sway.
Now the next sort of distracting feature of this track is some sibilance. So brand new to RX6 in standard and advanced is the Spectral Deesser. So one thing I'm going to do is select a preset here, and I'll press preview. And again, I'm going to tick this box. This is so important, especially if you're working on someone else's music. You really want to make sure that you're only getting rid of the thing you want to get rid of and not something that's integral to the performance. So I'll tick this box to only hear that the module is hearing those S's. So I'll press preview. Okay, I'm pretty confident that it's only hearing the S's. So what I'll do now is just press process and process this track. Great, let's have a listen back to our newly de-essed track.
The sunrise sheds light on The sunrise sheds light on anticipant eyes.
There's actually one more thing that I'm hearing in this vocal, and that's a plosive, which is a burst of low frequency energy. Typically when we use words with the letter B or P in them, it's happening right around here, and it's pretty distracting. So that really pops out, and it also looks like the preamp might have clipped when he actually used that word. So what I'll do is go into the De-Plosive module and put on a pretty aggressive setting here. I'm going to go for strong removal. I'm going to up the frequency limit because, as I said, the preamp clipped when the singer used that word. So to interpolate, to reconstruct those frequencies, it might have been disturbed by that sort of popping sound. I'm going to bring up the frequency limit.
Anticipant eyes.
Here's before we did all the work with DeBleed, breath control, De-Esser, and De-Plosive.
The sunrise sheds light on anticipant eyes. We sway to the rhythm, our gaze toward the skies. The sunrise sheds light on anticipant eyes. We sway to the rhythm, our gaze toward the skies.
So those are just some of the new tools in RX6 Standard. To find RX6, head to Reverb Sync.